What's up, people? It's your boy Perfection. I wasn't going to come back, but you know what? It's been a good couple of days. I really don't have any calls or anything like that, hang-ups, but I have been thinking about a lot of things, you know. A lot of things. I think over the last couple of months, I think, you know, well, more than a couple of months, I can say that since this whole corona thing's come out, a lot of people have been stuck up in their house. Even though they don't feel, even though some of them haven't felt, like visibly felt frustrated, visibly felt angry, it's only probably when they've gone onto the streets and maybe someone's got in their way where they've suddenly kind of reacted in a way where they wouldn't normally react. They've kind of, you know, someone's got in their way and they're like, move out my way, man, and all that kind of stuff. And you know, some of them, not all of them, but some of them are probably questioning like, damn, am I that agitated? Am I that kind of um am I that grumpy? Have I become grumpy? And I think that a lot of us have done, and it's been due to this whole corona thing. Okay. um I'm deeply sad for what's happened with George Floyd. I just posted something. I just posted a murder that happened the other day um in the park, some terrorist activity in Thornbury Park, where 3 people were stabbed. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that's happened in the midst of this corona, and there's been a lot of heat, a lot of tension. People are just frustrated, and a lot of us aren't even thinking. We're just, you know, we just want to kind of get out there and lash out at each other and things like that. But what I'm here to say is, which is important, is that over the last couple of months, some of the people that I've known have done things to kind of, I would say, agitate me in a big way. And maybe I didn't see it for many years, or maybe I have seen it. But I think it's a very important thing for me to come on here and share with people, you know, because I think it's a very important skill. When I was 30 years old, I did counselling, or tried to do counselling. I passed my what do you call it, introduction to counselling, which I think is like a 4-week course or 5-week course, something like that. And then I went on to counselling level 2. Okay. I was unsuccessful with counselling level 2, but it did teach me a lot of things, and the most important skill of all was listening. How well do you listen to people? I was in a relationship, and I remember, and I don't know whether to start with this, but I'll throw it in there anyway. I remember that there were certain times where I'd be speaking to my partner, okay, my girlfriend at the time, and it seemed, and this kind of ties into the last video, because I have said to, you know, to men, they need to step up, stop having kids that you're not looking after, okay, because really it's not working. It screwed up your life, so you should know better. You shouldn't be then out there doing the same thing, knowing that they're going to grow up without role models, knowing that they are going to become either too aggressive or maybe too defenseless, you know, whichever way. They're not going to get the best chance in life, okay? I don't want to keep going around in circles of all of this, you know, beat up men and beat up women and this and that, but I was in this particular relationship with this girl, and it appeared to me as though every time I was nice to her, she would come back and she would come out with something quite narcissistic. She would come out with something quite below and under the belt. What example can I give to you? That one example would be, I was trying to train her, because I'm a personal trainer, so I was trying to train her for free, and a few times I was stood up when I was trying to train her, okay? This is in the very early stages. I was upset about it. And then one day in the future, many weeks later, I'm having a conversation with her, and then she suddenly says to me, I wonder how your personal training is going. Um, you can't have that many clients doing it in your garage. Now, and then she sent me a text. Now, I never took anything from it. I didn't take it as anything. Like, fair enough, okay, you know. But then she sent me a text maybe 2 minutes after, and she said, "Oh, sorry if I sounded like I was being a bit rude." So in the beginning, when she said it to me, you can't have that many clients, I thought that she was just saying it not in a bad way, because I don't like to think that people are malicious. So when she first said it, it was like, well, you can't have that many clients because you're doing it in your garage. I thought, you know, but then she sent me something back. I think afterwards it said ha 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 at the end of the text. And then she herself, about a minute later, sent me another text saying sorry if it sounded a bit rude or whatever. And that's when I realised, oh my gosh, she was doing it in a malicious way. So the point I'm making, it seemed that the more I was trying to help this person, is the more they were kind of almost trying to stab me in the back. Okay. People have to understand, and it's important. I'm using this person as an example, but this applies generally in life, you know, because there's a lot of people that I've come into contact with, and they're very maybe lonely in life. There's not many people that want to be around them. They can't hold down relationships and things like that. It's important that you continuously self-reflect on yourself. Okay, it's important that you kind of look at yourself when you're doing certain things. If I'm around a woman and she's doing a lot for me, and then I end up taking that for granted, she says to me, you know, what would you like from the shop? And now she's been being nice to me for a while. When I first met her, she wasn't that nice. But as she's gradually got to know me, she's starting to open up and do awfully nice things for me. She says to me, what do I want down the shop? And maybe I say to her, just get me a beer, innit? Like that. It's got to that stage now where, but I'm not even realising I'm doing it. I say, yeah, just get me a beer, innit? Now imagine she comes back from a shop and I look at the beer and I go, you know I don't drink this. What the hell is that, man? I don't drink that kind of beer. Take the beer back, man. Change the beer. And all of that. She shouldn't have to then suddenly flip and go, who you talking to? Who you talking to about getting beers? And I go, oh, sorry. No, I didn't mean it, dude. I didn't. Sorry, honey. Honestly, I didn't mean it. I didn't, you know. Who you talking to about going and get a beer? Huh? Who you talking to, bruv? You want to fix it? It shouldn't result to me having, or to her having to suddenly put me in my place or become aggressive and this and that. I should automatically, if I'm behaving in a certain way, it should automatically kick in, and I should understand, wait a minute here, am I being, you know, am I taking advantage of this person, or am I being a bit of an idiot? Like, she did something really nice today and I said that comment. Well, that was a bit, why did I do that? You should be asking yourself, why are you doing these things? And if the person comes back to you, and this is where we revert back to what I was saying in the beginning, if a person comes back to you, listen. I'm going to say it 20 times. Okay, some people may even get bored and turn it off. Listen twice. Listen 3 times. Listen 4 times. Listen 5 times. Listen 6 times. Listen 7 times. Listen 8 times. Listen 9 times. Listen 10 times. Listen 11 times. Listen 12 times. Listen 13 times. Listen 14 times. Listen 15 times. Listen 16 times. Listen 17 times. Listen 18 times. Listen 19 times. Listen 20 times. If the person turns round and says to you, why do you do that? It doesn't make sense. I'm trying to get my way to make you happy or help you or whatever. And you're being quite, rude, really. Now, imagine if you say, oh, damn, to be honest with you, I didn't even realize I was doing it, Now, imagine the person, they put up with it the first time, the second time, they put up the third time. Now, all of a sudden, now they're going to say, right, I'm going to fight fire with fire now. So now what they do is now all of a sudden they're kind of unnecessarily being rude to you. So you may do them a favor, or you may not even do them a favor. They just might start talking down to you for no apparent reason, or they wait for you to do something similar. You may take them to you may come home one day of a birthday present, or well, let me think of something they can do. Maybe the person cooks you a meal. Yeah, now the shoe's on the other foot now. So now I'm cooking her a meal, okay? And I present the meal to her, and she takes a bite of the meal, and she goes, what's this, man? I ain't eating this crap. And I say, honey, I just spent like 2 hours in the kitchen on that, man. Like, at least try the rest of it. She ain't trying. I don't need to try. Listen, this is crap, man. This is doo-doo. I ain't. Look, this is terrible, mate. Take it back. Look, go downstairs. There's some stuff that I made yesterday. Just warm it up and bring it up to me, yeah? I don't want none of this. What is this? How much should you even spend on this, yeah? Just cook properly. If you're going to cook it, cook the food properly, yeah? I shouldn't have to go through it. I shouldn't have to have the person do that deed back to me in order for me to understand it. And what happened with me and that particular person is it got to a stage where they turned around and they said to me, and they started, and that particular woman that I was with at the time started crying, and she said to me, listen, it seems as though you're doing these things to me purposely. I'm not doing these things to you purposely. You're doing these things to me to purposely hurt me. And I turned around and I said to the person, 100%, 1000%, I'm doing it to hurt you. I'm well aware of what I'm doing. She said, yeah, but when I do it, I don't do it to purposely hurt you. I said, yeah, it doesn't make a difference. Listen, I've told you. It's no different than me saying to you, please, I don't take apple. I'll give you an example. Imagine you said to me, Luke, you fancy coming out to a club? And I say, okay, well, what club's that? And you say, maybe you ring me up. And, or you knock on my door with a few friends, right? You knock on my door with a few friends, and you come into my house, and you've got a whole bunch of friends with you. And you say, what's up, Luke, man? You fancy coming to this club? And I say, okay, what club, man? What club are you talking about? And you say, Club Deca. And I say, Club Deca? I say, well, to be honest with you, bro, I don't really want to go to Club Deca. And then you turn around and you go, well, why don't you want to go to Club Deca? And you're doing this in front of people as well. And you say, well, why don't you want to go to Club Deca? And I say, well, to be honest with you, you kind of know why, man. I already told you this before. Listen. You kind of know why, man. I already told you this before. Let's not get into it in front of all these people. Club Deca's not been my thing. I don't know why. Why do you want to go to Club Deca? Come on, man. I've already, let's not get into that. No. Come on, man. Stop being stop being an idiot, bruv. Yeah. Why don't you want to go to Club Deca? Yeah. Now imagine if me and that friend have already had that conversation before. We've had a conversation about Club Deca. I didn't want to go to Club Deca, maybe because there's a certain girl that goes there that I don't like. Maybe because I feel that Club Deca is a bit tight and I get claustrophobic in clubs. Now all of a sudden this friend's appeared on my door. they've got 3 or 4 friends with them, and they're kind of embarrassing me in front of those 3 or 4 friends when I've already told them these things. Listen. Okay? I'll give you another example of not listening. Imagine, say, at Christmas time. Imagine if someone that doesn't even celebrate Christmas, and you know, one particular Christmas, someone says, "Listen, Luke, there's these kids, man. We want to put in something for them. So I don't really celebrate Christmas. Say, look, but I know, but at least get them something, you know, because their father and mother, you know, they're struggling at the time. I don't think they're gonna get any presents." I say, you know, I don't really celebrate it, but there you go. Hey, there's 30 something quid. Yeah, put that in there. Maybe get that something for them. And the person says, okay. And then the person may turn back and say, well, Luke, you know, what have you always wanted? I say, well, I don't really celebrate Christmas. They say, but if someone bought you a gift, I don't have to buy them a gift. But what would you want? I don't know. I can tell you what I don't want now. I'd be grateful for whatever, but I can tell you what I don't want. I don't want any bath salts, to be honest with you, because you know, I've got loads of bath salts upstairs, and you know, it's got to a point where I almost feel like throwing away. I didn't realise the other day, when I bought a whole bunch the other day, I realised that I got too much bath salts, so that's the last thing I want. Imagine now that at Christmas Day you look over, you see the kids are happy with something that you put in to make these kids happy, you know, so they got a little present and this and that, and then in a little corner of the room there's one for you, and you think, one for me? Okay, that's really nice of someone. And you go to open it up and you realise that the same bath salts that you didn't ask for, that you said do not get because I do not celebrate this Christmas or whatever, that's the same. Someone's almost gone and thrown in your face by buying you the same thing that you almost begged. You didn't beg, but you said, listen, I don't really celebrate this thing, but the last thing I want is bath salts. And that's the present that this person's gone and got you. Now, I know people don't understand these things, but it boils down to listen. Because I've met a lot of people that seem to be kind of they're so focused on themselves and their emotions and how they feel, and you know, living in the moment. You know, I live for today, not for tomorrow. That they've become very kind of self-indulged, shallow, vain, and all that kind of stuff. And it comes back, just like I said in my Karma Cloud video, all these things kind of come back to bite you on the ass. Okay, if someone tells me they're allergic to sugar, they're not suddenly going to come around my house and I say, do you want to drink a cup of tea or whatever, and you say, yeah, just give me a tea. Yeah, just give me a tea, no sugars, because you remember, yeah, I don't need to tell you, remember. And all of a sudden I bring them out a cup of tea and they're drinking on it. So the other day, this tastes kind of funny. This tastes, and I turn around and I go, yeah, I know it tastes funny. And they say, well, what's in it? Sugar's in it. Sugar? But I told you I didn't. Why would you put sugar in my tea? Yeah, but listen, I have sugar all the time, innit? I know that's what you're saying. But I have sugar all the time. You know what I mean? It's not going to do anything. Yeah, but I told you it would do something. I told you it would do something. I told you that I can't have sugar. So how would you do that? Who does that? So again, what I'm trying to say to people, yeah, listen. If I could give people a gift in a Christmas card, if I could give people a gift, it would be a Christmas card, and when they opened it up, it would say, listen. That's my gift to people. Listen. Okay? In regards to the whole, yes, in my previous video, I did say in the, Lost in Limbo, protect your black women. Yes, I did. But to black women out there, I want to say this, is that when your men are talking to you, okay, if you listen to them as well. Listen to them. Because I've come across a lot of women as well that they keep doing things to hurt their man, and they say, well, I didn't know, I didn't do it purposely, and all of that. In a sense, you did do it purposely because you didn't listen. They've told you. Yeah, but my mood changed, and I wasn't thinking. Think. Think. Because it's weird. Let me give you another example of it. It's amazing how certain women can be late, an hour late to your date, to meeting up with you all the time, and now they're always late, right? But yet they've held down a job for the last 20 years. They've never been late to their jobs, but yet they're late when it comes to kind of meeting you. So the point I'm trying to make is that, if you really care, if it really matters that much, you'll listen. And if it doesn't, then to women and men, when you're sitting down by yourself and no one's there around you, and you're saying to yourself, everyone's an arsehole and everyone's bad and I'm this perfect person. No, you're not the perfect person. You're an ignorant buffoon that only cared about themselves. Okay? And people got fed up of it, and now you're reaping what you sow. Simple as. Okay? When people talk to you, listen to them. Okay? Don't make it always about you. You're not an expert on other people's feelings. Listen to them. When they tell you they don't like something, listen to what they're saying to you. Okay? Don't make it about you. Thank you for watching. This is a very important video. It might be slightly boring, but out of all of my videos, I'll probably say this is probably one of the most important videos I can come up with. Another thing I would suggest to people as well is that in the UK, there's counselling level 2 course. I think it goes on for 9 weeks, something like that. I think you do something like 4 hours or 3 hours at a time, and it goes on for 9 weeks. Twice a week, I think you do it for like 3-4 hours twice a week for 9 weeks. It will be one of the best courses you've ever done in your life, and it will change your life because people will realize just how powerful listening is. Okay? Thank you for watching. Take care, people. Bye. Peace.